I want to welcome everyone to my game room tour for 2021, October 2021 to be exact. It's been a long time since I've done one of these, and a lot of changes have happened in the game room. Most notably, it is not in the basement anymore, it is upstairs and has spread to 2 rooms. So it's actually Game Rooms tour. Um, Unfortunately, in January of this year, my dad passed away. But that allowed me to move out of the basement and upstairs to what was the former like living room slash, I don't know what you want to call it, like a parlor. It was a room we never used. But like had a lot of furniture that he was very attached to and I wasn't. And the dining room, which again we never use, but he was very attached to that furniture. Um, so now I'm able to use those 2 rooms, which were previously almost unusable because they went they went unused by us. They didn't really have any purpose except to it just hold on to furniture that he was attached to, and it was a sad story, but these new rooms these 2 rooms, they have new life in them and are very cozy. Everyone that sees them says they're very cozy. They have a lot of new life in them, and even though it's under unfortunate circumstances. So without further ado, let's get to the game rooms. So actually, I have to back all the way up to get this in the shot, and I don't even think that it's really visible. But here are my more quote-unquote modern Nintendo games. You can see I have GameCube here, followed by my Wii collection on the next 5 shelves, then Wii U, and then Switch. I'm in the process of changing up the Switch a little bit, and then I have like just 1 shelf here of like memorabilia. And then down here is my Nintendo Power Collection. I have about 60% of the Nintendo Power Collections. You're going to see a lot of cats. And then some more Nintendo magazines, Nintendo Force and Switch Player, I guess. And then moving on up, you can see some of my boxed collections, some Club Nintendo rewards, the Labo that I got. Up here you can see this is a print that my friend got me, and from Sonic Mania, the Sonic Mania Collector's Edition. Here you can see some Amiibo that I have, not all of them, but several of them, about half of them. I'm not one to keep them in the boxes. You see that there's some lighting. I've had issues with the lighting. These lights are not very good. They're motion activated, except that the battery drains very fast. And part of that is because, well, I have 6 cats, and the 6 cats, as you may have just heard, the 6 cats like to go in and out of the room all the time. So here you can see a box 3DS, or just a 3DS box. So the 3DS isn't in there. So some of my loose Virtual Boy and Game Boy Advance games. Yeah, the cats are. And then this one has my loose Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. This is a box of the Pokemon Nintendo 3DS, new Nintendo 3DS, and this actually just straight up is a sealed new Nintendo 2DS XL. This is a complete in-box Pokemon Yellow, and the reason why it looks so beat up is it was mine from childhood. I have some other boxed games, some boxed Virtual Boy games, Game Boy Advance games, and some of these actually were mine from childhood, but obviously I was a little bit older. Boxed 3DS titles, some boxed 3DS titles with amiibo support. I keep my 3DS and DS titles in these cases, and I have their actual cases here. I'm missing some of the cases. Just the sort of the problem when you live with a hoarder like my dad. My Switch games are in these cases right here. I'm going to put them back in the Switch cases just because I think that's easier. It's just easier to have them in their actual cases, I've found. And I have all the cases for all of my Switch games. So it's just less of an issue there. So on top of the entertainment center, I have more amiibos. I have this little Legend of Zelda area. And I have this little Pikachu area. Pikachu's not my favorite Pokemon. That's Mew, followed by Eevee. But there's so much Pikachu merchandise that's really cute. And I have some of these, like, that were from the 90s, when Pikachu was all chubby and fat. And I enjoy these Day in the Life of Pikachu. These are actually pop figures. And what's cool about these is they're the only pop figures in my collection, because other pop figures, in my opinion, are kind of hideous. And over here, I have a couple of loose Switch games that I just found last night that the cats had knocked under the sofa, which is cool. And I have Alexa, of course. She just heard her name. My Virtual Boy. This really cool lamp. His like little wheels spin. It's really fun. These Pokemon Pokeballs, like they're called the Terrarium collection, or whatever, they came from Japan. And this watermelon in 64. So up here I have some more stuff. Unfortunately, the cats chewed off the flowers on this Master Sword with from the Breath of the Wild Collector's Edition. So it's probably not worth anything anymore. But it was one of my favorite things. And then I have some more amiibos. And then I have I happen to have some just drinking glasses, and so I have a drink glass collection. I used to have more of these jelly jars from the jelly jar collection that Welch's put out in the late 90s or early 2000s, but unfortunately my dad had nerve damage in his hands, and when we were actually still drinking out of them, he broke them. Not his fault. Some strategy guides and the Game Informers. So over here, you're probably wondering what I have in here. So obviously there's the TV, and you can see the Nintendo Switch. I've got the game. I have my childhood GameCube is in here. I have the Wii U on the floor. I was last streaming with that. I stream at twitch.tv/oneandomlylobster. My childhood Wii. I wouldn't say childhood Wii. I had it when I was in college. PS. Is that the PS4? Xbox 360. PS3, I guess. Just all the modern consoles, more quote-unquote modern consoles are here. My Switch isn't connecting right now. I think the cat's knocked something loose. So I was playing Ring Fit earlier. Yeah, there's just like a little bit of streaming setup. I stream off of this TV tray. And then some more box collections. I found this. I love Star Wars, but not like more modern Star Wars. And I found this original trilogy like before George Lucas got to it at a flea market for like $1. And that was really cool. So I had to get that. So here's my PS3 games. And continuing, and then into PS4. And here's this little figurine. You know, little kitty cat. PS4, 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 and then pushing thing. And then you got your Xbox 360. Xbox 360 and 2 Xbox with some little Minecraft stuff. Then you've got some actual books about video games down here. So that's this room mostly. You've got this really cool and cozy couch with like the blankets, and I have this Legend of Zelda Moleskine notebook that I use for class when I'm studying Ukrainian. I take notes in that. The cats, of course. I have a Pikachu. It's hard to see. It's a little neon Pikachu light. And then an Iwata poster. Thank you, Mr. Iwata. More cats. This little plushie bin. Yeah. So over here, I have a Star Wars clock. It's not that great. It's great. I mean, it's really cool. But like, as you can see, the hands are black. They should be white. And this cool print, it's like not too many of these were evidently made. At the time, I got this a long time ago, probably like 10 or 12 years ago, and I couldn't afford all 3 starters, so I picked Bulbasaur, even though my actual first starter was Squirtle, but Bulbasaur fit better with the game room I had at the time. And I have these cool lights. You're going to see a lot of candles burning. Again, I have 6 cats, and they smell sometimes. Then I have this little area here that's just like more normal, and I change it out with the seasons. You know, it's pumpkin season, so I have this. My friend made me this little Carrie Fisher, can't think of the name of this type of candle, but this little Carrie Fisher candle. I have bipolar disorder and you know, Space Mom. So in here right now, this is just like a lot of storage. So in here right now is, I got these off of Amazon, and this is just like where I'm keeping Halloween candy. Well, I'm not giving out candy this year. I'm giving out Poppets. So there's some Halloween Poppets in here. And in here, this is just like where the stuff I'm gonna trade the next time I go to the flea market. Okay, so through here is the retro room. And there's not as much stuff in here as the modern room, but that's okay, because it means that I have more room to put stuff when I get it. So we can start with up here. I got this 3-in-1 pack for $1 at the flea market, and there's my Wii box. I have this Scott the Woz, The Internet and You VHS, my Super Nintendo and NES Classic boxes, my Switch box, Xenoblade Chronicles X box, Zelda box, Dreamcast box, and this is my Sega Pico. there's no other place really to put it. I have 4 games for it. You can see the 4 games. 2 of them are boxed. And this was like Sega's entertainment console in the 90s. I believe it came out in like 93 or 94 in the US. Did not do well over here. I discontinued like 95, 96, something like that. It only lasted like a year or 2. And, oh, here's the kitties. And, unfortunately, sorry, my arm was getting tired. Unfortunately, yeah, it didn't do well over here, but in Japan, it ran into like 2006. Very popular there. So, okay, here's my NES collection. I only have 1 boxed game that's not reproduction, and that's The Adventures of Link. Everything else is loose. Super Nintendo. I'm very proud, you can see, of the Chrono Trigger, the box Chrono Trigger. It's faced. All the other ones are loose. This is a reproduction of 40 Winks on N64 is a reproduction. I've added end labels to my N64, as most people have. This one I just haven't got around to yet. My PlayStation Classic, but all my PlayStation 1 games are down here. So PlayStation 1 ends here, and like all of these that like you can't really tell what they are demo discs. And then these are PlayStation 2 demo discs. And some PlayStation 2 games. I don't really have anything too outrageous for the PlayStation 1 or the PlayStation 2. And then Sega Genesis. I don't really worry about collecting box Genesis games. I just want to play the games. And then I have, this is my Dreamcast collection. It's not really that big. I didn't grow up with PlayStation or Genesis, or I mean, yeah, PlayStation or Sega, so I'm not the biggest, like, I don't worry so much about those. And then my Atari 2600 collection, which is, about 13 games. And then I have an Intellivision collection, which is complete in box. I try to collect complete in box for the Intellivision just because of the overlays that are necessary. And then this is actually what I grew up on. This is, I never add to this collection, but this is my childhood PC collection. I got some of this wasn't mine, but these are like floppy disks. These are the big box PC games, and these are just the CD based games. And this is a really interesting collection, I think. You can see like some of these are bootlegs, and I think this is actually really cute. This is my handwriting when I was probably in like 3rd grade. Wasn't illegal back then, so everybody did it. So these are, they weren't all necessarily mine, but I played all or most of them because they belonged to my best friend at the time and her father, who unfortunately they died in a plane crash in 2014. So I ended up with this stuff. I kind of inherited it. All right, so, yeah, and then I have the handhelds, the Tiger handhelds here. And some of these are the newer reproductions, and some of these are the ones I had when I was a kid. Here's some spare, this is just like a little bit of spare stuff I have laying around, just right here. Stuff that either hasn't been put away or just like a spare consoles. This is a really cool print of the Super Nintendo. And I have this, let me get out of the line of sight of that a little bit. Just this little, I believe this is called the Trohe storage system of IKEA. I have another Alexa in here. So you'll see these plants throughout. They're plastic. I saw somebody recommend putting some plastic plants in their collection just to make it like look a little bit more fresh. And I have a diffuser here too because again I have cats, and sometimes over here, you know, you'll see there's a cat tower and a litter box. Sometimes they'll drop a deuce in that litter box and it smells, and I maybe want it to smell more like pumpkin spice deuce or peppermint deuce. So yeah. And here we've got some more boxes and stuff that I couldn't display. And here we've got, sorry, I don't know if you saw that, boxes. And here we've got some accessories and such. And here we've got some controllers. Over here, we have my Pong console. And it works. It's got all 4 controllers. It even came with the instructions. I mean, it works fantastic. It's a lot of fun. The sound comes out of here, which is very cool. I really enjoy this Pong console. And then all of my more quote unquote modern handhelds. These are a lot of fun. Yeah, almost not all of them, but the Nintendo ones anyway I have here. Okay, so let me sit on the sofa. It's a little bit cat hair covered, but everything in this house is. So here we have just an old TV I got for free and a Trinitron that I got for free. And then you can see in here, in the entertainment center, we've got the Genesis. What is that? That's the Intellivision. The Atari. We've got PlayStation 2, N64, Super Nintendo, Dreamcast, NES, PlayStation, and an extra GameCube. I'm actually giving somebody that GameCube for Christmas this year. So that won't be there forever. I'm probably going to see if I can put something else there. It would be cool if I could get like just something else that's small and compact and will fit there. Or I can put my GameCube from the other room in there because the GameCube looks really good on this Trinitron. Hi, are you gonna sit on my lap now? Unfortunately, you're not gonna sit on my lap right now. Okay. Boop. Nope. Okay, you're going over there. I have this cool Game Boy wall light and little Game Boy collection. This is actually where my love for gaming was able to manifest itself. My first system was this exact Game Boy Pocket, and then my second system was this exact Game Boy Color. Followed by this exact N64. So those were my first systems. And then we have these fun things. This is the Mario Game & Watch. Oregon Trail and Carmen Sandiego handhelds. And up here we have some holiday gift guides from Nintendo 2013 through 2016 and Animal Crossing Monopoly. Up here we have, goodness, what's in here? Looks like, I can't even tell. Oh, that's like more stand stuff. If I want to put stands up. Is this one even empty? I can't tell. Goodness. Oh, okay, so this is my Game Genie. Can you tell I use these tall ones all the time? Okay, so a little bit lower down, we've got some Labo, Spare Little Mermaid, the box to the Game & Watch. This is actually a boxed Game & Watch. So, yeah. In here we've got, this is sort of like a tchotchke drawer. It's like little collectibles that I don't want to display. And here we've got manuals, all sorts of manuals. I mean, manuals for days. And here, this was my handheld drawer, but now it's my handheld, like, accessories drawer, except for my PSP. I don't know where to display that yet. And here is like posters and stuff, and this messenger bag. Here is some accessories for the Dreamcast. These are games that I'm giving as gifts, and like other just like little random things. I see, yeah, games that I'm giving as gifts. I see some soundtracks. I see end labels in here. This will be more accessories like my Power Glove, my Zapper, cables, and this should be more controllers. Yes, this is more controllers. Ooh. And over here, because it is by the front door, we have a space for hats and coats and masks, mask up, and shoes. And behind here is some more storage of, you know, like the box for the mug and more boxes and game cases. So, yeah, that's that. That's the game rooms. Those are the game rooms. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that tour of the game room. I was pretty proud of how it's come together in the past couple of weeks and months. It's under unfortunate circumstances, but, you know, I am very proud of having this. It's been a dream of mine to have a game room like this for my whole life, and now I've achieved that goal, and it even takes up 2 rooms, which is mind-blowing. Part of that is, I think, just this enormous couch, but still, it takes up 2 rooms, and that's really kind of crazy. So, let me know what you think, and have a great day. Bye-bye.